Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of my podcast, The State of K-pop, where I talk about all things K-pop from toxic fans to choreography to comebacks, all from the point of view of a K-pop stan. Did I say that right? From the point of view of a K-pop. Notice anything different? My hair, yeah, okay. So I've been wanting to do a burgundy color, but I really did not want to bleach my hair, and it ended up being like, well, and here we are. This is not burgundy. This is really, really red, but you know what? It's okay. I like it. Here we are. I'm giving, I don't know, Hyunjin, Wooyoung, any idol with red hair, any idol who had their hair dyed red. So here we are. Yeah. So Coachella, put your hands in the air. Before we get to Coachella, we're actually going to talk about Kai's comeback because I have a lot of thoughts. And it's very funny because I talked to my friend, shout out, you know who you are, and she asked me how I felt about it as I was like finishing listening to it. And I have a whole, like, we were ranting. I sent her like voice notes and paragraphs on how I felt. I just want to start off this by saying, if this is your first time discovering me, hi, hello, my name is Indigo. I have a bunch of series, octopi. I have a bunch of series on my channel. One of the series that I have, Grammar, is me listening to entire discographies of K-pop idols. So far I have GOT7 and Kai. And I spoke very highly of Kai. I praised him very, very highly. His music, very highly. Because he honestly has one of my favorite discographies. And up until before this release, I think he had like some of the best discography throughout K-pop. It's very hard, and this is not exclusive to K-pop idols. Some of my favorite artists have skips. Everybody has skips. It's very hard to have a discography where there's almost no skips. Like, it's very, very, very rare. I feel like especially in K-pop too, when we all know that, you know, a lot of idols have no say, have nothing to do with any of the music that they come out with. The only thing that they do is sing, but they don't write the lyrics, they don't produce the music, they don't come up with the choreography. Everything is given to them. So there are producers and songwriters from all over the world that come in and work on their music, and it can be even more discombobulated versus or more all over the place versus if it's one person who writes almost all their music and produces almost all their music. So with specifically K-pop discographies, there can be even more of a chance because so many other people are like working on it and stuff. It can be really like all over the place. So I feel like as a K-pop idol and a K-pop group, it can be even harder to have like no skips because of that reason. But yes, so I was very excited for Kai's new comeback. I also want to say this. I'm not a hater. Some people are like, yeah, I'm a hater down to my core. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a hater at all. Like, I am not looking forward to an artist coming out with music so I can shit on it. Like, I really, really, really want to like every single song and comeback that a K-pop idol that I am a fan of their music comes out with, but obviously that is not possible. So I just wanted to start off by saying that, like, I was very, very excited for Kai's new comeback, and I just hold him to such a high standard and such high regard because he has shown time and time again that his music is of such high quality. And on top of that, honestly, like, something that Korean musicians are in their bag for is R&B. Okay? I know that there are a lot of people, including me, that are distancing themselves from the amount of K-pop they take in. Listen to K-R&B because niggas is in their bag for real. Like, actually, like, ooh, Ooh, they do R&B so well. Okay, anyway. But like, anyway. So I looked up Kai, like his like what he came out with for this comeback, and I'm pretty sure it started with Adult Swim. And okay, yes, let's start with Adult Swim, because when first, actually, no, let's go back, diva. So I think Pop Base tweeted it, of course, but it was basically like, as soon as Kai's pinky toe exited the army, he was already in the booth. And this is what gets me, because I became a stan in 2020, and a lot of the groups that I stan are like 4th gen. So I have not experienced groups I stan going into the army. So like BTS and Kai were my first experiences of that. I know like y'all like 3rd gen and 2nd gen are like, girl. I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm new. But Kai and BTS was like the first that I am experiencing real time of groups that I really, really like, or the music and the discography and content I really like going into the army. Like ATs, I haven't experienced that yet. Stray Kids, I haven't, like these groups I haven't experienced that yet, So I wasn't familiar with what a lot of idols do as soon as they get out of the military. But I thought it would be, let's say you're a K-pop idol. You've been training. You've been a trainee since you were like fucking 13 years old. You debut. You're a K-pop idol for fucking like 6 to 10 years. Like, damn, bitch. And then you got to do this. Let me be so respectful. Let me be so respectful. Then you have to do mandatory military service. However you feel about that is however you feel about that. I'm not going to speak on that because I am not Korean and I'm not a Korean man. But it is very interesting reading stories about Korean men and how they feel about serving in the military. That's not the topic of conversation, diva. But all that fuck shit you go through, I speak about this on my channel all the time. All the fuck shit you go through as a K-pop idol, and then you go to the military, then you serve in the military, and then you get out. I'm thinking, we not finna see these niggas for months. I have to go through all this fuck shit. I have my childhood ripped away from me. All this fuck shit I have to go through as an idol. Fucking, I know I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong. I'm sorry. Xiaojun from Wavy. I posted the video on that, like talking about before I even my phone number was leaked before I even debuted. People knew my address before we even moved in. All this fuck shit we gotta go through, and that's normal. Like, if I was a K-pop idol and I served my military service, you bitches would not be seeing me for months. I need a fucking break. The fact that serving in the military is considered a break for these K-pop idols is insane. Because I encourage you to look up stories about some of the experiences in the military. It's military. It's not a break. It's not a break. But the fact that like it's a break, considered a break for these K-pop idols, is insane. But yeah, if I was an idol, I'd be like, y'all bitch not see me for months at a time. So color me shocked when, as soon as like J-Hope and Jin got out the military, niggas is streaming the day of. Come to find out, I think that's a normal thing. Please let me know in the comments. Like, I remember Mino, I think from SHINee, like he did the like welcome back live stream in his like military clothes. That's insane. Like, we don't get a break. Like, yo, Jin being like, as soon as J-Hope gets out, I'm kidnapping him. I'm not kidding. And then he actually did. Bro, I get out the military. I can't even go home first. I can't even take a shower. I can't even have a nice meal. I'm going straight back to my company. And I feel like Jin would be the first like idol to speak on it. But when these idols like stop being idols and they can like if they choose to, if they so choose to, can finally speak on all the fucking experiences candidly, I will be seated. Because I really would love to know how these idols feel about as soon as one pinky toe out the fucking military, bitch, you in a van, back to Hype. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, but also I understand, like, thinking from the point of view of an idol, it's like, yes, this is their job, but like they love it. So it's like they're excited. They want to go back. They want to start making music. So whatever. Both two different sides, right? So all this to say, when Kai like one nostril hair out the military and he was already in the studio, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, don't you want to take a break? Don't you want to relax? Like, I was shocked. So that, right? And then fast forward to Adult Swim. Now, I literally remember specifically the teaser trailer coming out on Instagram, and I thought him saying Adult Swim. Sorry. Okay. I actually need to try not to laugh. I thought him being like Adult Swim. I thought that was him just saying the title of the song. Like, I thought that was a part of the trailer and that wasn't actually part of the song. And then the song happened, and I was like, oh, it's a part of the song. Okay. Now, I want to see if I can find, like, my actual text message reactions. Okay, literally found it. So we were all like, it's okay. I was like, sigh, it's okay. The way I said before this, like, the song came out, I was like, as long as he sticks to what he was doing, he'll be fine. That's what I said in the Kai discography video. And he did not do that. He even said apparently that he like tried something different, which is fine. Like, it's great to try something different as an artist. You should try something different. I didn't, not that I disliked it. And I said this to my friends. It's just that Kai is not an average artist. Kai does not come out with average music. He comes out with very, very, very good music. So average for him is great for other groups, but average for him is not good. The song felt like, I know I'm going to say the wrong year, 2014, 2016, very, I don't know, like, not every song has to be about like the disestablishment of fucking sexism in terms of women in the workforce. Like, it doesn't have to be this whole thing, but I don't know, it just kind of felt like a little empty to me. It was giving, I feel so like, this honestly, like, this is why I stick to talking about like fans and stuff, because like when I give critiques, I always feel like a bitch, but I'm not. It's just how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of gave like, I also hate like, cause some producers worked hard on this. You know what I mean? Like, I hate, it just felt like a little empty to me. You know what I mean? But like, I like the work it out, whatever. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake. Honestly, the only part I actually did not like was the Adult Swim dive it. Like, sorry, I'm laughing again. That's been my vocal stem for a little bit. But I was just like, you know, but I didn't write his entire comeback off, because this happened before with, you don't know Wavy? This happened before with 10. His first album, not this most recent comeback, but his first comeback. I did not like Nightwalker at all. And then the entire comeback came out, and I was like, literally one of my favorite comebacks in K-pop. So good. And Nightwalker was such a, like, I don't know why we did Nightwalker and included it with that comeback, because Nightwalker was the odd one out. You know, like, that comeback was very like R&B, kind of hip hop a little bit, and Nightwalker was just very random. And even with 10's this most recent one, I didn't like Bumble, I don't know how to pronounce it. But I liked like the other songs in the comeback. So I was like, okay, I'm not writing it out. This is just like, and Kai was like, I tried something new. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool. Then Walls Don't Talk came out. And I was also like, that was the text where I was like, it's like, okay. But once again, Kai's not okay. Kai's music, his quality of music is so fucking good. It's not okay music. It's not average music. And then we had the full comeback. And I So basically, what I said to my friend in the voice note and the 17 text messages that I sent, I felt like this for a while, but I feel like the K-pop industry is genuinely like devolving and going backwards. The reason why we all got into K-pop, I can go and assume for you, is because we wanted something different, right? And you know, K-pop at its core, if I tell you what K-pop is, it is taking popular music and singing the lyrics in Korean. You'd be like, how is that different? And it's like, it's because they would take whatever genres are trending, but they'd put their groups and idols' own identity into the music. 17 has like done over 20 different genres and styles of music, but it's a 17 song. I'm pretty sure they've done bossa nova or whatever, fucking drill, whatever. But when I listen to 17, I'm not like, this gives like a Walmart version of whatever's trending right now. No, it's a 17 song. That's why you listen to K-pop, right? Because if you're not putting your identity into the song, you're just doing a Walmart version of whatever the genre is, and then I'll just go to the actual fucking genre. I said this in my TikTok, but like, why the fuck would I listen to fucking, like, I don't want to sound harsh, but like, why am I listening to a watered down version of Afro beats that like has none of the nuance or culture when I can just actually go to the source itself, unless if the idol is putting their own identity into it. And like, first of all, like I said before, and I said this in so many other videos before, musicians should be encouraged to try different things, you know? Period, next sentence. Also, if it ain't baroque, if it ain't broke, don't break it. If it ain't like, you know what I mean? I feel like Kai was in his bag, bro. Like, he figured out what worked for him. And it's so funny. I literally said this in the Kai discography video. Like, he was in his bag. He found out what worked for him, and he stuck to that. That's what I was like. I literally was like, when you want a certain type of music, when you want a certain type of sound, you go to Kai, because Kai delivers on that. And I just felt like, and I feel like too, also like, yes, Kai, like R&B, but like, it's not like every song sounds the same. You're able to try new things within that genre. Like, it was like experimental sometimes, but it was still in that genre, you know? I just, like, honestly, like, listening to it, I was like, yo, we're doing the same thing. And, you know, Tyler, when I saw Tyler first blew up, I was literally like, oh God, here we fucking go. Because I knew the K-pop industry was gonna latch on to her. She's perfect. Besides the fact that the music is very good, obviously, she is literally perfect for what K-pop wants. And then we were in the thick of it for a while, where every girl group was shedding their identity to be like Tyler. And I was like, oh my God, please. I just like, and the thing is too, like, Kai fits Afro beats and, oh my God, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Afro beats and Amapiano. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But he fits those genres super, super well. So like, I wasn't shocked that he like did those or I don't know what specifically genres that was, but I wasn't shocked that he did that. I was just like, where's Kai? You know? Because Kai, to me, his identity was not present in the comebacks. That was my problem. It wasn't like the songs were bad. It's never really about the quality of the songs, because you have the professional producers and songwriters coming in from all around the world. It's not the quality of the songs. It's, once again, we're taking whatever's trending. We need to put our own identity into it, or else it's just like I'll just go listen to the source. You know what I mean? So yeah, I I don't know. I feel like K-pop is devolving into like, instead of taking inspiration from, doing a one-to-one creation, and then we get like watered down versions of genres that lack cultural context and nuance. And it's like, I'll just go listen to the source, you know? So yeah, I was really disappointed by his comeback. And I also bring up straight out the military going into the booth. I feel like if we would have waited a little bit, and I don't know, I'm not Kai. I don't know if he did this. I have no clue. So I'm just going off of my assumption, and my assumption can be wrong. But I feel like if we, and this is not just for Kai, this is for any K-pop group, but the K-pop industry thinks that if idols don't come out with songs every week, we'll forget about them, which is not fucking true. I feel like if we really sit down and we're like, okay, who am I? What is my identity musically? What story do I want to tell in this comeback? Do I want to tell a story? Do I want to focus on one genre? Do I want to try different things? But who am I, and how am I incorporating that into the music that I'm doing, right? I just feel like, I don't know if he did that, but I feel like if we did that and we really thought of like the creative direction and what we're saying, I felt like it would have hit with me. And that's literally what I said about his other comebacks. Like, it's love songs, but I feel like every comeback that he's done so far has told a story, and it's not just love songs. Like, I forgot what love song it was where it was kind of from the point of view of being selfish, and it's like, I know we're not permanently together, but right now, just say you love me tonight. That, like, there's so many different ways to tell like love stories, so many different versions of love songs, and he does that really, really well. So like, we've done it before. Yeah, like, I literally, the text, like, honestly, this, like I just said, this genre and Kai hypothetically mesh really well, but once again, I just felt like he didn't really put his full identity into it. And I was like, imagine Afrobeats or Amapiano, but once again, sorry, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but mixed with some Korean instruments and Kai's classic R&B sound, like, and the actual music video is mixing Korean culture, like that. Ooh, that would be so good. But yeah, I was just I was just a little disappointed. I was so excited for this comeback, and I was just a little bit disappointed. And yeah, like, I know that the adults, the fact that, and I know like views are different on Twitter than they are on YouTube, but I do feel bad on one end, because it's like, niggas just trying to do their job, bro. And then they just get fucking obliterated on Twitter. Adult Swim. Oh, that's also two more things I want to say. Adult Swim. So there was a bunch of diversity in the music video, and this is actually a good transition. So bunch of diversity in the music video. Kai was dancing with, I don't know her ethnicity, but she was not white, I think, and she also was not Korean. It was I think she was a POC. I don't know what her race or ethnicity was, but she was not present when he was promoting in Korea. Bodily took this girl's place. However you feel about Bodily, however you feel about Bodily. The video of them dancing, I saw the video of them dancing because I was watching the dance like video before I saw people talk about it. And I was like, because we love to use the word stiff, right? I was actually going to dedicate a whole video. This original topic, I wasn't going to talk about Coachella or Kai's comeback. I was going to talk about dancing in K-pop, but I ended up scrapping the video because it just, once again, like earlier, I don't even want to, I just don't feel comfortable critiquing sometimes, because I don't, bro, people just feel too comfortable talking and speaking and being super mean. And it's like, however you feel, people are working super hard and people have been training for years. You know what I mean? So, but when I was watching it, I was like, as somebody who's been dancing since I was 5, I misspoke. I have not been dancing for 18 years. I took a 2-year break. So I've been dancing, or like 1.5, whatever. I've been dancing for at least 16 years. So I feel more comfortable speaking on dancing because I have a more educated opinion on dancing. I definitely think that Bada and Kai were a little more stiff. And I am not, once again, I'm not a hater. I actually liked Bada Lee before she blew up and before everybody fucking knew her. And she was definitely more smooth back then. Like, thinking of the dances that she, like the choreography that she used to like come up with and the way she would dance. And then she got on Street Woman Fighter, and I think that's when shit changed, because I've heard a lot of dancers who dance for TV and just dance for camera feel like they need to dance more. Everything needs to be like hit hard and like super impactful. And when every single move is like that, and when we're not adding diversity and textures to dancing, that's when, in my opinion, it can come off as stiff. Like this one, I forgot her name, but this one dancer, she was talking about how she used to think that hitting every single move super hard meant she was a good dancer, and that's not true, right? But then I went on Twitter and I saw, as of oh my god, when did I saw that? I think, oh my bad, I kicked you. I think I saw that like 2 weeks ago. It had 12 million views. It has more views than the actual music video. And people were just like, people were not holding back. I'll say that. People were not holding back. But yeah, like I was gonna fully talk about that. I guess that's all I'll say. But going back to the diversity in the music video and, you know, seeing, you know, black people, other POCs in the Adult Swim music video, it was nice, but also I knew it meant nothing. And, you know, all this shit that's been happening, racism in the K-pop industry and more like recently, like, and I made a TikTok about it, like these specifically, I can only speak on being black, these black K-pop stans really need to stop thinking that anything is acceptance and validation, because one, no K-pop idol can validate you as a black person. I need you to know this. But it's not even bare minimum. It's just like this one person was like, oh my god, like New Jeans is for the culture because they covered some songs by black musicians. And I'm like, guys, the bar's in hell, because that's not anything. That's not anything. You think they don't get those songs chosen for, like, we need to be for real. But when I saw that, like the diversity in the music videos, I was like, this is nice to see, but this doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean that Kai is like marching next to MLK. This literally does not mean anything. So I need black K-pop stans to stop accepting not even bare minimum and then putting these idols on a pedestal and like making them like subconsciously thinking that they're a part of the fucking UN and it's like spearheading racism, whatever. That goes into Coachella. Put your hands up. Coachella. Okay. Anyway, because I saw this take for enhyphen and I was like, girl, like actually, like shut up. It was the same thing. It was a Reddit post and this person was basically like, you know, with all the racism going on as of late, you know, enhyphen had a bunch of black dancers, which I peeped. I have eyes. I can see. I was like, girl, this is a part of the fucking problem. You praising niggas for doing the bare minimum, bro. And what a way to make black people about them. Yo, I saw a TikTok and it was basically this girl being like, to all the gay men out there, you need to make sure when you have certain friends, like straight women as friends, you need to make sure that when it comes down to it and we're marching for your rights and you're marching for your rights, that these women actually respect you and these straight women don't see you as like a purse, as an accessory. It's really crazy how in so many different situations that K-pop stans will use black people as an accessory to help promote and try and push that this group has good morals. Like, not, oh my God, it's so nice to see a bunch of black people, dancing on Coachella. No, it's like, you see, enhyphen's not racist. They have black dancers. Do we really think enhyphen sat there and was like, you know what, guys? I'm so sorry. You think Nikki and Jake are like, guys, we called this team meeting because, there's so much racism going on against black people in the K-pop industry, and especially now. So we need to show diversity. So we're going to hire a bunch of black dancers. They didn't do that. That was the stat. Like, we need to be so fucking for real, guys. We actually need to be so for real. Once again, y'all need to stop making these K-pop idols in your head. They actually did something when they never fucking did that thing in the first place. Please stop. The bare minimum. The bare minimum. Stop praising for the bare minimum. Also, stop using POCs and stop using black people as fucking accessories to push your fucking agenda on Twitter and make it seem like these K-pop idols aren't whatever. Anyway, speaking about enhyphen's performance, I would say they had next to XG, my favorite performance of all the K-pop acts for Coachella this year. And it's crazy because, like, I'm not an engine yet. I'm not an engine yet, but a lot of engines were like, not a lot. I saw a fair amount of engines were like upset or disappointed by their performance. I don't know why, but I think they did an amazing job. And like, it made me think of, yes, Jennie's performance, yes, Lisa's performance, but just girl groups in general and boy groups in general. Because it made me think of ATEEZ's performance and just boy groups. This is not like what's the word? Like, not hypothetical. This is not a conspiracy. Boy groups are trained differently than girl groups. And honestly, I think that girl groups a lot of the times are, how do I say this? Like, I feel like when it comes to live performances, because, fan service, fans want different things from boy groups versus girl groups. Boy group choreographies overall generally are much more intense, like ATEEZ and enhyphen, Stray Kids, whoever. So it's like, honestly, basically what I was trying to say was, I feel like there has been way more talk of when the girlies are performing at Coachella, for example, people critique them for being more out of breath versus the boy groups. I definitely understand that women get critiqued way more, but I do find a little bit of truth in that, solely based off the fact, like I just said, generally overall boy group choreography off the bat is just way more intense. So when we go to places like Coachella, we're already used to doing such intense, non-stop, on-go performances and sets. So Coachella isn't really something that we have to get used to because we've been performing like this for years, right? Versus girl groups. This is also a generalization, but I find that a lot of girl group choreography is a little more laid back, which makes sense because, like I said, K-pop in every part of K-pop is about fan service. So what boy groups are giving are going to be different from what girl groups are giving. But if we want the girlies to go and perform at Coachella, I don't know if it would really be fair to the idols to try and fit in that intensity in their performance and expect them to be perfect 1 month later or 3 weeks later, however long you're training for Coachella for. Yeah, I think enhyphen did a really, really good job. And, just being a K-pop idol in general, the performance aspect, it's like, it's just insane. So shout out to them. They did a really good job. They announced a tour. I will be seeing them. Very excited for that. But yes. So enhyphen, next XG. So I've been taking a break from XG for a couple months now, actually. Or not a couple months now, sorry. When Do-Rag Gate happened, I was like, all right. And it sucks because I was watching them at Coachella, and like, I really do like their discography, and obviously, you know, the bunch of cultural appropriation, blah, blah, blah. I wish that there was a way to support the idols without supporting, you know, the company, but that's not possible. So anyway, XG, they did such a fucking good job, and they actually, there was a story, like, even if I didn't know XG and I was a new audience member, which that's the whole point of Coachella. The whole point of Coachella isn't to have K-pop stans that already are a fan of you to watch you. No, the whole point of Coachella is to get new people to watch you. So like these groups, when they perform at Coachella, it's not that they don't give a fuck about the fans that they already have, but like that's not their target demographic. They already have you. It's the new fan. So coming from the perspective of a new fan, I get it. I get XG. I understand. You know what I mean? Like, they had a whole story. They're just so good. The dancing, everything was great. My girl, shout out to the dancers for real. When all the dancers came on and she came on, I was like, ah! I don't know if any of you bitches know her, but I fucking know her. Period. Like, they all did a great job. They definitely got new fans. I always love their styling. It's very maximalist, right? I think. Yeah, like they did a really, 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 really good job. Lisa, can you teach me Japanese? I said hi. Okay. Once again, I am not a hater down to my core. I want all these people to do well. I want all these people to be great. I watched Lisa's entire performance live, at least week 1, start to finish. I already knew that because of the way Lisa's album was received, everybody's going to be scrutinized, but she was going to be scrutinized even more. And when the performance started out, I was excited because I thought we were going to get what she was trying to execute in this comeback, which is alter egos. Alter egos are not a concept. It's like a whole thing. It's not a concept. I thought we were going to get the different stages with her different alter egos, and I think she tried to do that, but once again, it just felt very surface level, and I was confused. Like, I didn't really understand. I didn't really understand what she was trying to, or I guess I understood what she was trying to do, but like, yeah, I don't know. And then she started singing, and you know, I went on this whole rant on TikTok where it was like, I don't like, yes, you're going to get critiqued. You put yourself out there, you're going to get critiqued. That's just how life is. We always knew Lisa was not a singer. She was always had the position of rapping in her group. She never actually fully got trained in singing. So I just feel like to critique her on singing, yes, everyone's open to critiques, but I feel like it kind of doesn't really make sense because we already know this. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, expect her to sound like Jongho or something, and it's like, well, she was never trained that way, so it doesn't really make sense. But then people were also saying, then why would you not get a vocal coach and train if you're gonna sing on your album? I'm not Lisa. I don't know. I'm just trying to give different, more nuanced takes, because K-pop stans, they think they're right and they want to be right all the time, and they don't think of things from like multiple different point of views. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she did get a vocal coach. Maybe she thinks she sounds fine. Maybe she doesn't care. Who fucking knows? I'm not Lisa. I don't fucking know. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, We already know. We already know the positions for Blackpink. So it's like, and also too, I said this in the other state of the podcast, but it's, I think, right? Yes, I did. And the other state of the podcast where I was like, a lot of these companies really do not want these idols to go anywhere else because it's about control. So like, I feel like a lot of these companies will do things to sabotage these idols and really keep them down. So when they do go out and venture and do other things, they're not as well rounded as they could have been. And I feel like if Lisa was really, her rapping was prioritized as much as her vocals were, I feel like maybe she wouldn't be in this situation. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I was just a little bit confused for Lisa's set. This is really what got me. I saw a Lisa stan, that was like, guys, Coachella isn't even, can we stop acting like Coachella is important? It's not important. And I was like, well, of course you're saying that because the person you like is getting critiqued. And it's like, once again, I said this in the past couple videos, but like, a lot of y'all think you're fans and you're not, and you're doing the opposite and you're harming people. If Coachella wasn't a big deal, Lisa wouldn't have done it. And also too, if you're a Lisa stan, I can assume, I know there are a lot of people who only stan one person, which is very weird, but I can only assume when Blackpink got announced, you were very excited and you were very happy for them when they performed in, what was that, 2019 and then 2022, I think 2023, whatever. And it's also just disrespectful to Lisa. And you know, this thing that's happening with K-pop, where it's being accepted more and more. Like, you have these K-pop idols that are literally representing Korea. So to me, being like Coachella's not even that big of a deal, whatever, you're not only disrespecting K-pop for the moves that it's making, you're disrespecting Korean people, you're also disrespecting Thai people. How many Thai people have performed at Coachella? Lisa might have been the first one. I'm probably wrong on that, so correct me if I'm wrong. But like, there's not many. So it's like, you're saying that you're a Lisa fan, but there's just so many ways you're disrespecting her. And it's like, I know it must suck when you have somebody that you're a huge fan of and they're getting critiqued and you think they're unfairly, unjustifiably getting hated on and stuff. But you undermining them and the shit that they're doing is not something a fan would do, bro. You can be like, I don't like that this is happening, but not undermine, you know, like sitting here and really typing, oh, Coachella's not that big of a deal. You're like, we need to be so fucking for real. Anyway, Jennie, I watched most of Jennie's performance for week 1. People were saying she was better week 2. I don't know. I didn't watch that. I watched most of it and then I ran over to Megan Thee Stallion because she did good. My point earlier about like Kai's comeback and just where K-pop already is, not even devolving into, already is. I feel like we're just losing what's special. Like, I want to be wowed. And I know I'm not like the end all be all and I'm not like every single opinion, but I know a lot of people feel this way. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm tired of like, it was okay. It was good. I'm tired of that. Like, I want, you know, ATEEZ's performance was, it was that, you know what I mean? It was like, oh my God, you know, yeah. And that's how I feel literally about the state of K-pop, about that right now. I'm kind of just like, you know. Anyway, I'll end it on this. Apparently there are rumors that BTS is gonna perform at Coachella. I love how people can just like make shit up. Who the fuck said that? Anyway, but whatever. That would be fucking insane. That would actually be fucking insane. And honestly, if they do get announced to perform at Coachella next year, I am praying for all of the regular Coachella goers and festival enjoyers, because that will not be a fun experience for you. I just literally, like, oh my God, I'm praying for you guys. Like, BTS will be amazing, but like the fans, And you know what? This goes back to the TikTok I made where I was like, these groups that are new to like fans out in the West, and they're like, oh my god, let me go listen to them. They're really, really good. Like, honestly, you need to stay a casual fan, because fans of groups will push you away and not make you want to actually fully get into these groups, and already push away people that are already fans. Like, when I looked at enhyphen's performance and XG's performance, I was like, yo, they're about to get so many fans. I don't really know how XG fans are. I don't hear much bad about them. But like enhyphen fans, this is a generalization, but like enhyphen fans, bro, I'm like, y'all need to just listen to enhyphen, because the further you go in, the more you'll want to get out. Like, anyway, but bro, BTS, chow. That would actually be fucking insane. I would absolutely be seated for that. I don't know if BTS will perform at Coachella. I kind of want them to. Now that that idea is in my head, I really, really want them to, because I think that'd be fucking insane. I think that would actually be fucking insane. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.